Hey guys, Thomas the Slow Jr. here, aka Mustached, and I'm here to make a video about, once again, YouTube. And I've thought of 6 different things that various YouTubers have been complaining about recently that YouTube clearly needs to fix. These are some of my original ideas mixed in here, as well as other YouTubers' legitimate complaints about YouTube. Again, these are things YouTube has yet to fix, despite there being clear issues for quite a while, and there seems to be a consistent silence on YouTube's part. And again, I've been trying to say that we need to make YouTube trending again, but, none of the big YouTubers seem to want to do it anymore, so here we are. I know my voice is small, so the reach might not be big, but despite that, I'm here to try to do my best. So I'm going to go over the 6 different things that I believe that YouTube should fix, or should add, to make YouTube a better platform and a more community-friendly platform as well. Number 1, YouTube needs to fix the age restriction part of its system. For those of you who don't know, YouTube, much like copyright, can age restrict your videos. However, unlike copyright, it can, when it comes back to you and says that this video is flagged and age restricted, it does not tell you when in the video it would hit up against said age restriction. So copyright has at least allowed people to see when in the video you are being copyrighted. It's something. I know it's not perfect, but at least there's a way for the system to tell when you're hitting copyright. So there is a system already in place for copyright. I do think that they can do the same for age restriction. Though, I would ask on top of that is why there are 2 levels of age restrictions. For those who don't remember, there is a whole little thing when you're uploading a video on YouTube that shows you made for kids or not made for kids. I thought that was the new age restriction thing already applying to your video. So why is it that if I would make a video and say it's not for kids, would the video still be age restricted after the fact if it's hitting against something that should have already been hit? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense already. So clarity around that would also be really helpful in understanding the difference between the age restriction that is in when you're uploading the video and the age restriction that happens after you uploaded the video. Those 2 things in one both need to be fixed. Issue number 2, disallowing the removal of videos instantly. This is something I have seen complaints on over the years. Instead of instantly removing videos the second or within seconds of it, being uploaded, it should be, you should flag in a way the video, but tell the YouTuber, give the content creator, again, some sort of time frame to fix their issues instead of instantly removing their content. Because, again, a lot more times than not, they aren't breaking the rules. Now, I'm not saying that there could be instances where that is the case, where they are breaking the rules, which, by all means, if they don't fix their videos, then by all means, within that time frame, then remove their videos, fine. But still give content creators some sort of time frame. Don't just keep removing videos. That's not a fair way for content creators to go about making content. It makes content creators worry about the very videos that they're making, worrying about the vagaries that are already listed in the first example with the age restriction, which can also be easily hit still because it is still so vague. Speaking of, let us get on to number 3. Better direct communication. This has been an issue on YouTube for a long time, and it seems like the only people who have a chance to gain YouTube ears are big YouTubers who already have hired helpers that can help them reach YouTube and have a back and forth sort of system. But that's not fair to smaller YouTubers at all. That's so messed up that only bigger YouTubers can have a chance to be heard. Let alone, if there are complaints, it seems to be the only ways to address YouTube issues are met consistently with either YouTube or Twitter bots answers, which has always been a disappointment, which is why I kept advocating in my earlier videos as well as this one, and I'm being legitimate here. I legitimately think YouTube should team up with Discord. A free system where YouTube can create its own server, let its people into that Discord server, then let the YouTubers in, and then there can be a direct communication between the big YouTubers and the people who, they already hired on, the people that work at YouTube, and as well as also allowing the small YouTubers in there and allowing them to also voice their opinions, because quite frankly, they deserve to be just as heard as any other YouTuber on this platform. It's ridiculous that only bigger YouTubers seem to get any chance. Again, it's still a chance that a big YouTuber can even be heard on YouTube. And again, it's usually at the cost of making something trend on Twitter. By the by, spoiler alert, we haven't been able to make YouTube trend since Where's the Fair Use. So, bigger YouTubers, where you all at? You complained about age restriction, none of y'all got YouTube to trend. You know what was trending instead? Twitch. That's how far fallen we have become as a community, by the way. Issue number 4, and I've already talked about this one, so you know it's an older issue. YouTube still needs to clearly fix its partnership program. And I can link in the description what I'm referring to, because I already made the video. For those of you who don't know, YouTube has a partnership program. However, it only seems to help you once you already hit 1,000 subscribers specifically. And I'm quite curious as to why not only is that the number, but why wouldn't it be when you're first starting out that the partner program should be applicable and available for YouTubers to, learn about YouTube, learn how to make a thumbnail, learn how to do all the basic stuff that other people guru and pay, into, and just make it a free service because YouTube is already a business anyways, so make at least the first step free? I feel like the payout is going to help YouTube at the end of the day. When they have more YouTubers making them money in the future instead of only relying on a certain subset of bigger creators. It seems a bit odd that is the case. Speaking of smaller creators, and I have advocated this for quite a few years, I have made a full petition that people have not signed, or very little people have signed at this point, and that is to finally give smaller/new creators a new individualized tab, and again, that should be featuring content creators who are under 1,000 subscribers, so that way they don't feel the need to swing over to Twitter, desperately search on Twitter, desperately search on Discord, desperately, yes, do the sub for sub thing, ask for sub. People complain about this, especially bigger YouTubers, but I'm sorry, as a smaller YouTuber, I kinda get it. As frustrating and as absurd as that might sound to some bigger YouTuber who might come across this video somehow, I kind of get it. These smaller creators have so little choice. And again, their only chances are Twitter, which already lends itself, again, to the bigger you are already. It seems to follow the same incentive as YouTube, is the bigger you are, the more likely you are to be seen. So that's not helpful at all. And Discord, which, again, might not even have a server for you to find other smaller creators or, reach out beyond just what you are used to. So even that might not be the most reliable part. So you have to fight and fight and fight for what? 1 subscriber maybe if you're lucky, and then maybe you might come across a few more. And I've been doing this for years, so it's taking me forever just to get to the place I'm at, which is still, in the grand scheme of YouTube, really, 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 really small, comparatively speaking. So yeah, I still get it though. I still get why some people ask for sub, even though people are like wagging their fingers saying, that's scummy tactic, that's cheating, that's just bad ethics. You don't actually gain anything from the sub, for the sub. But I get the mental aptitude that gets people to think that that is a good idea in the first place, because there seems to be no other avenue to outreach. So it's so unfair. We need to give small YouTubers something else, clearly, to also alleviate that problem. So I give you an alternative. Give smaller YouTubers their own tab. Let them be featured on YouTube. Give them a space to be seen on YouTube for once in their God-given life. That seems like a right that they deserve to be as much as any other YouTuber on YouTube. Speaking of bigger YouTubers, this is the last thing I will say. I think bigger YouTubers should at least be incentivized to help collaborate with smaller creators outside of their personal boxes. And this has been sort of a tradition on YouTube, at least from what I've seen. Bigger YouTubers tend to collaborate with bigger YouTubers who are already in their circle. I have never in my history on YouTube once seen a bigger YouTuber help a smaller YouTuber. In my entire life on this platform, not once. I can't think of any example. Any example you can give me, it's a in between flux of people that are in the in group. I used to think that belonged to Jacksepticeye, that he was one of the first. Nope, he's right in there with Markiplier. It always has been. Spoiler alert. As much as I respect Jacksepticeye as a content creator, he was already in the in crowd. Sorry, folks. That doesn't count. So no, I have never in the history, I've been on this platform for years now, have once seen a bigger YouTuber collaborate with a smaller YouTuber. And I mean by a large chunk of subscribers. And lastly, this one's a little bit of free money for YouTube, so maybe YouTube ought to perk up at this last one. Twitch has TwitchCon. That gets them a lot of extra moolah and gets Twitch to, invite the Twitch content creators, and they get to smooze and talk and do all that stuff there. Where's YouTube gone? Where is it? Where has it been since the inception of YouTube? Where has it been? That's free money. And that's free YouTubers getting to meet other YouTubers. That would incentivize the thing I literally just talked about too, by the way. Beyond just other elements of that as well. And again, other things could happen at YouTube at a YouTube con. Again, there are a lot of things that could happen at a YouTube con. I've never been to a Twitch con, so I assume it would be very similar but slightly different in those regards. But hey, there's your big free idea. YouTube con. A convention for YouTubers. There's your big free idea. You're welcome, YouTube. I'm always here to show you that I am also on your business side, as well as giving to the community side, which is the bigger side that brings money to you anyways, so it's a win-win for YouTube. But YouTube's gotta listen to this video, which is why, if you made it this far into the video, like it, comment on it, share it, very importantly. I'll try to do my best. Tweet at some of the other bigger YouTubers if you're a smaller one. Try to get them to see this video, because quite frankly, I think this is the most important video I've ever made on this channel, to show you how much I care about this platform. Like, I'm giving you a list of things that YouTube can do to make it the best platform here on, because let's be real, YouTube's only competition is Twitch. That is factually true in the current state of things. And yes, Twitch has its own problems, but to everyone who has ever said Twitch is going to die, I point to Twitch 2022 and say you've got to be fucking joking if you think Twitch is dying. I'm sorry, but no, you're wrong. Twitch isn't going to be dying anytime soon, and I doubt that YouTube, as a result, isn't also going to be dying anytime soon. Therefore, it would be submissive to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways, YouTube's gotta step up. Because it's right there alongside Twitch, and it could be better. It could be better than Twitch, but there are just as many issues as Twitch. Maybe there's more, maybe there's less, but quite frankly, this list I have compiled, it's quite big. Quite a big number. And quite a lot of things to go over and fix clearly. So, again, I highly urge that if you've made it this far into the video, that again, you share it. Whether that be on Twitter, whether that be on Discord servers where you can find people allowing you to promote videos. I'll be doing that myself, as well as Twitter. Again, YouTube to me has always been the place where I have felt like this is where I belong, not only, but this is the place I legitimately care to see get better. And I don't see a lot of YouTubers advocating for this level of change ever since Where's the Fair Use. Again, they attempted to do it, some bigger YouTubers did, with the age restriction thing, but again, they couldn't even get it to trend, so that should tell you something. We haven't been able to make anything on YouTube trend in a long, long, long time. So maybe, I don't know, in the first time in history, let's see if we can make a smaller YouTuber trend. Let's see if you can make this video trend. I challenge you. I challenge any person who's made it this far to, quite frankly, make this the #1 trending thing on Twitter. If I had money, because I am poor, I would make a bet that you wouldn't be able to do it. Because that is how pessimistic I am about this platform currently. That is how pessimistic I am about the community on YouTube. That should tell you everything you need to know about YouTube, and how just horrible it is. But yet, I have nothing else. There is nothing else for me where I live. And that's depressing, and quite frankly, extremely scary for me. But this is what I do, and I have one Patreon/PayPal supporter. I deeply wish I had more, and I deeply wish I had a new Patreon/PayPal supported project right about now, but that is simply not the case. So I'm very scared for my future. I've consistently been scared for my future for quite some time now, to be honest. But even if I were to become homeless, even if it was the worst of the worst, which I fear is that day is coming. It's like in the soonish horizon. When that day comes, I would still rather this video get out there first and still make sure that all those other YouTubers who are starting out at least have a chance. At least have a chance to be seen, and at least have a chance to be heard. That's how much selfless I am about this platform. That should tell you everything you need to know. Anyways, guys, last time I'll say it, if you made it this far, please, 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 I am deeply encouraging to share this video. Again, it's the most important video I've made on this channel so far, and it'll mean the world to me. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.